Hey guys, welcome back to Mod Pop Thrift. My name's Tom. I'm a full-time eBay reseller and a stay-at-home dad for my 6 children. That's right, 6 children. We got a handful of things that sold. A good week of sales last week, but the weekend was a little bit slow, so not a lot going out this morning. Let's jump into it. This lamp we picked up at Goodwill for $3.50. It is a heat lamp. Some people would call this a sun lamp. That difference really depends on which bulb is in it. Most people had these listed right around $25 free shipping, but I looked at the ones that were available and the ones that were sold, and there were not a lot sold. So I decided to go ahead and list mine at $12.99 plus shipping, and I made the shipping a little bit light because I knew that I would have some room because of my shipping discount that I get through eBay, and you do too if you're a eBay reseller. And so I listed at $12.99, buyer paid $9 shipping, and then it went international, so I'm sure they paid an arm and a leg to eBay as well. But what would on paper look like it would take 6 months to sell, rather than doing $25 free shipping, I did what essentially came out to $20 for the buyer, and that $5 difference in the margin made a difference in probably 6 months of time to sell. So I had a bunch of these 45 sitting around. I thought I would list them. Go Vote for Nixon by Lodge. And then on the other side is the Elephant Stomp, which is a reference to the Republican Party. So listing an album for $9.99 free shipping is just barely worth doing. Maybe not at all worth doing. But I had those, and I didn't have anything to list that day. So I was like, well, let me and I have sold through a handful of those 45s at $9.99 free shipping. And I used to consider myself pretty knowledgeable about records. I haven't been in the game for a long time, and I never did 45s. So this is, it is what it is. It's kind of a neat thing, no matter where you fall politically. A record of Go Vote for Nixon is kind of a unique thing. And there's not a lot to say about it. It was kind of a junk thing, and I listed it cheap, and it took a long time to sell, and it was a bad listing. This also took quite a while to sell. It's a knit acrylic sweatshirt, and it says Irish and has a leprechaun hat, a pipe, and a 3-leaf clover. It's been around embarrassingly long. I don't even know. It's been relisted several times, and I know that I've had it for at least 3 years, probably more like 5, because I think I had it when I started the channel 4 years ago. At any rate, it did eventually sell for $12 plus shipping. And this one didn't sell because it was a size small. I picked it up probably a year ago at the Washington Goodwill when their shirts were still $3.50. And then 6 or 8 weeks ago, I found another one, and it was an extra large, and it sold in a week. And this one probably took a year to sell because it's a size small, and it only sold for $9 plus shipping. And those 4 items are all that I have that has sold since the last What Sold that I did, which would have been about 24 hours ago. So some of this stuff sold today, some of it sold yesterday after I did the What Sold. But in the last 24 hours, I've had 4 meh sales. So we got to get to work and fix that. All right, well, here we are at Helping Hands. The last time I was here, I wrecked somebody's car. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but we found some jeans and we made a whole bunch of money. So hopefully that does happen. Let's jump in here. It's pretty busy in here today, and the sale isn't great. Glasses, anything interesting? I don't recognize. Oh, Kirkland. Those are nothing. Hats. I don't know what KD is. Probably like a local racer thing. Cool bucket hats. Snapbacks that are just Irish themed for like good stuff, but nothing really good enough. Kind of what it looks like over here. It's a belt. Are you putting the belt on? Oh, it's bright pink. Is that why you like it? Clothes. See what there is in jackets and such. Come on, Evie. This one's been here a long time, and it's neat, but it's... I don't know that this is something. It's not nothing. 1998. Planet Hollywood. St. Louis. I mean, certainly not a pickup, but a neat thing to find anyway. I'm a little bit tempted by this Red Rover, made in Bangladesh. It's a cool print that you don't see much of. Horse racing and fox hunting kind of a theme, but okay, we'll go. Potty emergency. That's a really nice LL Bean. Easter baskets. These are cute. I don't know if they're old and collectible or if they're just neat. They do seem to be older and semi-signed, I'd say. Litho in the US. Stepco. These are neat. Some kind of insulated bag with Mickey Mouse on it. Sludge. This we have sold before and it did surprisingly well.
Let's get this party started!
I have a couple of Easter dress Grogu's, which is weird. And the rest of this doesn't look like anything special. This looks vintagier, but I don't think it's anything still. So this Digimon gel pen, it's like the package is destroyed, but it is from 2000 and it's 50 cents. Not a glorious haul. These were $1 a piece. This was $5.50. It works. It's probably $30. These are Levi's swim trunks, and then this was $1.50. As I was standing at the register, she was about ready to go take this and put it on the shelf. And these, it's metal, it's nylon, it's vintage. 1989. I don't have a comp on that, but $1.50. I was going to put it up. I love you too. All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome back to Mod Pop Thrift. My name's Tom. I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and I am a stay-at-home dad for my 6 kids. Ruby's down for her morning nap, so I've got 9-10 items to ship. This first one is kind of unusual. It's from the storage buyout, and it's just a Ziploc bag full of 45 pieces of just random plastic parts with no rhyme or reason about vintage RC cars. And so there are hundreds and hundreds of those pieces, and they're probably worth $7.99 free shipping. And if they were barcoded in a way that would make them come up, if they were multiples of any of them with some organization, I would probably try to part them one out at a time. But when I'm going through and I'm finding one of each item, and I'm finding, $4.99 free shipping, $7.99 free shipping, I'm like, it's going to take me 6 or 8 hours to make listings for all this stuff, and it just is not worth it. So I decided to test the waters by pulling out a handful, literally just one bag, and pulled out a couple of things that were there were multiples real quick that had a reasonable sell-through and price. And so then that was like 2 of those bags mixed together with a couple of parts pulled out, and I listed them for $24.99 and sent a 10% offer to the first 3 watchers, and one of them bit. And so those went for 45 pieces for $22.50, which is a great deal for somebody who owns a hobby shop, and it moves those quickly. So I'll probably just end up making those wholesale lots to just get that stuff moved and get I'm $400 into all of this stuff. So I only need to sell 16 of those lots in order to fulfill the entire cost of goods for the whole thing. And there's probably that many there, and I think those were either a throw-in or no. I'm not counting them against my 450 items for $400, because there's hundreds of those pieces there, and I'm I'm averaging 18 items per tote, and there are 25 totes, which is 450. But that is counting those as 18, where there's probably hundreds of pieces. So anyway, I sold those off cheap. Let's move on to the other stuff that sold. Lots of really easy shippers today. Look at these shoes. They say Adidas. I thought they were amazing. When I found them, they comped really, really high. And after no interest in 2 years, I put them on auction for like 40 bucks and got nothing. I put them on auction at $12.99 plus shipping, and they got one bid and sold for that. I paid $6 for them, but I expected them to do really, really well, and they did not. These two Harley Davidson shirts, both 4X. I paid $5.50 a piece for them. This one's from El Paso, Texas, and this one is from Peoria, Illinois. Salute. And one of them sold at full price for $19.99 plus shipping. The other one sold for $18 plus shipping, both to the same buyer. This is the lid to the crock pot that we bought for $4, and the crock, the like piece of ceramic that goes inside, sold for $25. And then this sold for $13 free shipping. And then I paid 50 cents for this little airplane thing, new with the tags, Arizona Diamondbacks, weird older. Well, the 50-cent thing is still on it. Just an old stadium giveaway plush. Cool thing. And that went on an offer for $9.99 plus shipping. Bought a whole bag of older Disney like refrigerator magnets for $2. This was one of them. It sold for $8.99 free shipping. Just a cool Disney piece that is easy to deal with. So this box is just a generic box. It's got all of these track parts in it. The instructions for the tracks, I've made a ton of money on this, and the instructions for the track just sold for $11.99 free shipping. Couldn't be easier. Especially when I only paid $20 for all of it, and I've sold a ton of it already, and that's just money in the bank. That's just free money at this point. Some of these dirty ghetto kids, for those who come from nothing. DGK shirts can do well. This one is Scarface. I remember paying too much for this, like $4 or $5, thinking that it would do better than it did. And it ended up selling after a very long time for $7 plus shipping. So we're getting through some of the shipping here, and then I forgot to pull this. I paid like $12.99 for this thing and thought it would go quick. I had somebody on the fence at $35, and I think they bought it and never paid. And now I've had it for 6 months, and if, in my opinion, if I've had something for 6 months, I did something wrong. Let's just cut our losses and move on. So that's what I did. I took a $20 offer plus shipping on that, and it'll basically get me to even. I might make a little bit, but mostly I just don't want stuff sitting around that long. So when an offer came in that wasn't losing money, I took it. All right, guys. Well, I think that gets us where we needed to go. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, following, clicking the bell, all the things that you do. We'll see you on the next one.